the Diadem BluCore everyone wanted from the start. Hey guys, you got Cody with Dink N Donuts, and today's video is all about the Diadem Edge BluCore series, Diadem's new foam-full carbon fiber paddles that are designed to blend Gen 3 style power with a super stable, arm-friendly feel. I'll walk you through the spin, control, feel, forgiveness, who these paddles are for, and whether or not they're worth that premium price tag. The Edge BluCore comes in two main shapes, the Hybrid and the Pro. Both shapes come in the 14mm and 16mm option. The Pro leans more towards that elongated style, while the Hybrid is exactly that. It's a hybrid. Both paddles share the same full foam BluCore EPP interior with an EVA ring around the perimeter and a 3D carbon fiber face, plus what they call a silicone shock guard edge to dampen vibration and expand the sweet spot. I'll put these specs on the screen, but I'm also going to read them off. The length is about 16.2 to 16.5. The width, 7.5 to 7.8. Grip comes in at 5.7 inches with a thin 4 1/8 grip. And the weight comes in around 8.0 to 8.2 ounces. And swing weight is 112 to 116 depending on the model you choose. Let's talk power, because that's the big selling point of the Edge BluCore compared to their other prior models. On a controlled test rig, the Edge BluCore and Hybrid are clocking serve speeds around 58 to 59 miles an hour, putting them roughly in the upper 70 to 80th percentile from amongst modern paddles. Should be noted, though, I have a heavy serve, or I think I have a heavy serve, and I haven't been able to reach those speeds like they are claiming. But with that power, that means that it's not just a control foam paddle. When you swing, the ball jumps. You get easy depth on serves and drives without having to overswing, especially with the 14mm versions. While the 16mm keeps most of that pop, but adds just a bit more dwell and stability. For simple measurements, the Pro 14, power about 9 to 10, top end for Diadem, clearly in the power category for them. The Pro 16mm, power about 8.5, still explosive, just a touch softer and a bit more controlled. The Hybrid 14mm, about an 8.5 with a slightly bigger sweet spot, and the Hybrid 16mm, power at around an 8 out of 10, more forgiving and stable than the Pro, and just a hair less raw juice. Spin is another big story thanks to the triaxial carbon face. Third-party tests are measuring the Edge BluCore paddles at roughly 2250 to 23 revolutions per minute on heavy topspin drives, which puts them in the 70th to 80th percentile amongst carbon face paddles. In real play, for me, that translates into heavy dipping topspin drives that dive inside the baseline, serves that kick up or skid through depending on how you shape the ball. Wow. Confident roll volleys and roll dinks. There's enough grab that you can still shape the ball and still feel in control. For easy review, spin 8.5 out of 10 on both Pro and Hybrid models, which are very close to each other. The feel, control, and forgiveness. Despite the power and spin, the Edge BluCore feels surprisingly soft and controlled because of that full foam EPP core and EVA ring. The paddle is noticeably more muted and quiet than many thermoformed Gen 3 power paddles, with good dwell time with the 16mm models, which helps with blocks, resets, and dinks. The caveat to that more muted feel, if you're a person that likes to feel exactly where the ball hits on your paddle, this does dampen that feeling. So just keep that in mind when you're making your decisions on which paddles you're looking into. The foam core plus the perimeter foam ring and silicone edge guard give a large, forgiving sweet spot with solid twist weight, so off-center hits don't die or twist the paddle as much as some thin core power paddles. The touch and resets, 16mm Pro and Hybrid shine here. They soften pace well and give predictable depth on blocks and on dinks. The muted feel and vibration dampening makes this a good option if you have elbow or wrist issues with other harsher paddles. And again, simple 1 to 10 scale. For control, the Pro 14 about a 7.5 out of 10. The Pro and Hybrid 16 millimeter about an 8.5 out of 10. Forgiveness, the Hybrid 16 around a 9 out of 10 thanks to the face being wider. Lastly, let's jump into the pros and cons. Pros: high power with measured speeds up in the upper 70th to 80th percentile. Strong spin, performance around 2250 to 23 revolutions per minute for heavy topspin. A large sweet spot and a stable feel from the full foam core and power sync perimeter. Quieter, more comfortable feel than many thermoform paddles, and it's arm friendly. And we can't forget about the Diadem's BluCore lifetime warranty and premium construction. But with that comes the cons. The premier price, you're paying top dollar compared to many other performance paddles. 14mm Pro can be a lot of paddle if your mechanics aren't clean. It rewards good technique more than it fixes bad habits. And it's not the spinniest paddle on the market. But there you guys go. The Diadem Edge BluCore paddles. Again, the BluCore paddle that Diadem wanted from the start. But let me know, what's out of these 4 shapes or 4 paddle options, what shape and thickness are you going with? The Power 16, Power 14, or the Hybrid 16 or 14? If you guys are already running the Edge BluCore, drop a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. And please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.